What's going on, Malakis? The NCZ3 here, and I'm so glad you stopped by. That's right, you Malakis. Cringe. Just do it. Cringe. It's Friday. It is recruitment day. Boop, 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 boop. If you guys are not happy about Friday, I don't know what to tell you guys other than get happy. Quit being such a bum. All right. You make yourself happy, not anybody else. You do. Anyways, you do. Oh, I need to get Luna in here one day. You guys are, I'm telling you guys, millions of views. If I got Luna in here, it'd be millions of views. Anyways, check this guys out, right? Check it out. Recruitment. I'm going to kind of share with you guys how I would go about recruiting higher might players that simply, in a low might guild. Let's say you're like a 2 billion or a 3 billion might guild or a 4 billion might guild or something like that, right? And you're looking for higher might players. Like, let's just take me as an example. Danny DeVito, and I'm not going to get into it, all right? I know. Insert pun right now. Let's say you're trying to recruit players like me, all right? There's a few things you guys need to know, all right? Number one thing is safety in numbers. Nobody wants to join a guild if they know for a fact you guys are inactive, always shielded for everything, and they don't show no activity for any reason, okay? Nobody wants to join one of those guilds because, like, if you go down to the my rankings, we'll go into this in a bit, okay? But when somebody joins your guild like that, I'm looking for safety in numbers, because if there's simply not safety in numbers, like when I get rallied, I want to be reassured that I am going to get reinforced, okay? I promise you guys right now, there are so many guilds out there that says, we need a rally leader. Oh my god, VNN. Oh, we need a rally leader like now. Oh, we need the high mites now. Ooh. But they don't want to like go through the hassle of being active, reinforcing each other, and all of that stuff. That is the number one thing that a lot of players look forward to. I know. It's not really the number one thing. Well, the real number one thing is actually guild gifts. And I hate to say it like that, but a lot of players, they just might climb. They don't want to fight. They don't want to do anything else unless it's like pretty much maybe a rally once a week. But we'll talk about that another time, okay? But safety in numbers, okay? Like, I have noticed when I go around here and I burn hives, right? And I've got some listed. I'm not going to really show them. But if I random relocate, yada, 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 let's just pick a spot in the map. Boom, right there, right? Let's just go to a hive, actually. Why not? Let's just go to one of the hives. Boom, right? The 1WI hive, right? If I was to port over here, and I was to start launching attacks at people, because I'm looking for leaders, and they start to reinforce themselves, I know right off the bat that 1WI isn't actually active, okay? And they're trying to protect their own members. That is one big thing a lot of players look for in a guild that are higher might, okay? I promise you guys, if you cannot protect yourselves, don't expect anybody to come by. And yes, I know, guys, a lot of you guys are going to be like, but VNN, oh, come on, buddy, I need something for my 200 million might guild, we're the best. And I'm not going to talk crap about you guys, but this is more or less for those really low end to mid-tier guilds that are trying to take that step up, okay? So again, safety in numbers, that is a huge thing. Another thing I want to talk about is resources, okay? I cannot tell you guys right now, like, I can show you right now. Look how many resources are in my bags. It's pathetic. It truly is. It's pathetic because we do a lot of warring. We do a lot of attacking and all that stuff. Look how much gold I've got, right? Like, I don't mind showing this. It's pathetic. It truly is. I have next to no resources in my bags, okay? So I truly do look forward to a guild to help support me in resources. I will lead rallies. I will go burn people. I'll help you get your leader back, all of that stuff. But you need to be able to support me as well. And a lot of players, they say, well, that's garbage, VNN. You have no idea what you're talking about. I don't. I'll tell you what, fam. Everybody I have ever talked to at the higher mites or around my might or the wars constantly, they all tell me, my bag resources are super low. I wish I always had more resources. Now, granted, they may be comfortable in their own guild where they are at, right? They may be comfortable. They may have loyalty, even though loyalty is it's not really a thing in here in Lords Mobile. It's truly not, okay? They may pledge loyalty to this other guild, mainly because of guild gifts or safety in numbers or whatever the case may be. Because I can drop this guild right now, right this second, and join GW3, and I will still probably have the same kind of rallies, all of that good stuff. What makes this guild special, okay? I just like the people. That's pretty much it, okay? But that's kind of to get you in the mindset, okay? People think because you need to be higher might to attract the higher mites. That's not true at all, actually. It's really not. Safety numbers and resources are two huge things. You guys at the low tier and mid tier, upwards, even up to the higher tiers, okay? The higher tiers, they kind of self-recruit. But look, check this out, right? 15 billion might, that's what this guild's at, IC2. And we're not going to be IC2 for very much longer from what I understand. But 15 billion might, I would consider us at a mid-tier, moving on up, basically, right? They see that we've got higher mites, they see that we support each other, they see that we actually are about that business. This all attracts higher might players to come and join you because they understand that you're going to be active. Active really is the #1 thing I can give to you guys. It's the #1 pro tip, and I'm not talking about come here and be like, oh, look at this. I got guild mail. Let me read my guild mail. No, I'm talking about actually going out and fighting people, reinforcing each other, giving resources, have systems worked out. Like almost every single guild I have ever been in, and I'll share this with you guys, okay? This all boils down to recruitment, okay? #1 thing is almost every single guild I have ever been in is literally lacking in leadership, okay? They think because they are an R4, that's just it, okay? They don't need to do anything else. They don't need to put anything extra in or whatever the case is. All of these successful guilds in Lords Mobile right now all have great leadership. They all do stuff, okay? And what you could be like, no, at the end, it's because they have all the high pay-to-play players. That's so untrue. It's so untrue. Leadership. They're all active. They all do stuff. They all support. Do you kind of get the whole motion of this? I'm trying to give you guys like an inspirational talk at this point. If you guys have great leadership, not this old like, let me kiss your boo-boo. You know, I instantly regret that, by the way. I've not changed this in like forever, okay? I instantly regret that. In case you're wondering, I do, all right? We're not talking about those kind of people that just kiss your ass, basically, and say, oh, you're gonna be just fine. You're doing great. Nobody's better than you. High five. That does not get you to where you need to be. You need to have structure. You need to have... The top end guilds, they all track their players. They track their kills, their resources, all of that stuff. And the reason being is because they do not want a bunch of players who are going to be super inactive and unable to actually help them, okay? That's just the truth of the matter. It truly, truly is. That's all I'm trying to say to you guys is be active, okay? Be active. Help each other out. You have to do, I'm telling you guys, if I come to your hive and I notice nobody's reinforcing or any of that stuff, I will have no consideration if I have ever looked for a new guild. I will not even consider that guild, okay? Not even close. You'll be a figment of my imagination. But a guild that'll sit there and reinforce each other and do all of that stuff, that comes to mind, okay? I don't want to mess with that guild anymore, and that will stick in my brain if I'm ever looking for another guild. Or if maybe that guild's asking me to come with them. Well, is my guild treating me right? You know? Well, I don't really need guild gifts. I mean, I'm not exactly a free-to-play player, right? Like, I'm not exactly a free-to-play player, if you can tell, right? So, do I really need guild gifts? They help, but I don't really need the guild gifts. That's not the reason why I stay in a guild. Hopefully this is all making sense, you know, because like I'm trying to give you guys the keys and the tools to recruiting these higher might players to your guilds. Don't just say, hey, don't just message somebody like me and say, VNN, hey buddy, we have a lot of resources. You wanna come join us, please? You know, we'll, you know, treat you really good, you know what I mean? You know, we do all kinds of stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, just come join us, please. That doesn't work. It does not work, ladies and gentlemen. It just simply doesn't, okay? You need to show perseverance. You need to show that you're active. Your guild needs to be structured. You have to have structure in your guild. You have to have it, okay? Otherwise, you're going to flop. You're never going to make it to the next tier. If everybody is super laid back and nobody does anything, nothing's ever really going to happen. You guys ever think about that? You're like, well, I mean, my guild, we're like 20 billion might and we're all super laid back. We don't do anything. Well, I mean, you probably are one of those guilds that are caught in that catch-22, and this is what I mean by that. They don't really do a whole lot. They're just basically might climbers. I mean, there's a lot of those guilds out there, though, okay? Anyways, look, I'm not trying to poke at anybody or do any of that stuff, but what I am trying to tell you guys is that if you were absolutely trying to get on the up and up, you need to prove to these players that you're trying to recruit, that you guys can actually fulfill and make their gaming experience better. You know what I mean? And for players like me, I'm looking for guilds that can help support me, right? I will support you guys in the form of rally leading, getting your leaders back, whatever the case may be, okay? If it is possible. But if the guild I'm in is not supporting me, or they're charging me a bunch of gems for resources, bro, I can go to other guilds for resources. Trust me, I can. I can go to all kinds of guilds for resources, okay? So if you're in the guild and you're charging players in your guild gems for resources, just understand that they can outsource at any point. At any point they can outsource. So that does not make you unique, okay? Guilds that willingly and freely give up their resources to those players who are fighters, who go out there and make a difference for their guild, that put their guild on the map, those are the guilds that actually make it on the up and up, okay? And it's not just resources, okay? You guys gotta be cool with one another. You gotta have structure, all that stuff. And drama llamas, man, just immediately remove them on the spot. Like, literally, don't pass go, don't collect $200, but always make sure you suss out who exactly is the one causing the drama. Just because somebody new comes into your guild and says, hey guys, what's up? And then all of a sudden somebody says, brrrr. Well, the guy who said, hey, what's up? He's not the one causing the drama. It's the other person. And I would caution that person, or I'd caution the R4 or R5, whoever it is, to either strongly talk with that person or just remove them. You know what I mean? Like, players like me, we don't seek any drama, bro. Like, I come to the game to release that kind of stuff. But anyways, guys, look. Hopefully this was at least somewhat educational, or you guys got something out of the video, but just understand that you have to be active and support. Active and support. If you don't get anything else out of this video and you're just here at the end, be active and support. Those are the two largest things, two biggest things that will always attract more players to your guild and let you guys be on the up and up. But anyways, guys, look, y'all know what I'm talking about though, right? Love, peace, and chicken grease. Be safe. Thanks for stopping by. To spend some of your quality time. And yeah, we're getting ready for the wow. This guy right here. I think I'm gonna go head to head with this guy. Yeah. Oh, you guys can't see this, but maybe we're gonna go head to head with this guy. I don't know. Anyways, guys, look, stay classy.